students, and happy Friday. You know that this week we're talking and reading all about the different ways that tools can help us learn or do work. I have a really perfect book for us to read together. This book is an informational text. And we can guess that because this is a real picture of a real person. I see our title on the front cover. We need tools. When are some times that people might need tools? What kinds of tools do you think we're going to find out about in this book? I see our author, or the person who wrote the words also. The author is Quinn Baker. As we're reading this story, think about the different ways that you and your family use tools at home, too. I do have an extra challenge as well. In this story, there's a word that comes up a lot. And it's one of those words that's just one letter. The word A. So anytime that you see or hear the word A come up in this story, I want you to show your shakas. So listen really carefully for the word A and how it's used in our story about tools. Here we go. Are you ready? We Need Tools by Quinn Baker. I see a pencil. The words on this page didn't really give me that many details, but if I look closely, I can see that a pencil is a tool that people use to write with. These students are working on their writing using a pencil. That's a really important tool in school. I see a spoon. Have you ever used a spoon as a tool? A spoon is a very good tool for scooping things to eat. I see a spoon. Ooh, this is a big picture. The words on this page say, I see a map. A map is a tool that people use to help them figure out where they are and where they're going. That's a pretty important tool. I see a pump. Aha! So on this page, I can tell that the pump they're talking about is a bicycle tire pump. That's a great tool to use if your tire gets flat and runs out of air. You can pump more air into it using a bicycle pump as a tool. On this page, I see a hammer. And by the picture, I can tell that a hammer is something you can use to pound in things to the wall. In this case, he's using a hammer to pound a nail into the wall. Hammer. And on the last page, I see a brush. Now in the story that we read before, the scientists were using a brush and chisel to dust away dirt off the dinosaur bones. In this story, the man is using a brush to paint with. So a brush is a tool that can be used for all sorts of things. In fact, there's a lot of different tools that have more than one use. Now that we've finished reading our story, let's think for a minute. What was this story all about? This story was all about tools and the ways that people can use them. And why do we need tools? Tools are important because they help us learn and they help us do work. I have another story for us to read. This is a silly story. And in this story, I'd like you to listen for all of the different tools that people might use. And remember, we're also looking for the word A. If you see it or hear it, show your shaka. Here we go. In a People House by Theo Lasig, illustrated by Roy McKee. Whoa. This part of the story has no words. Come inside, Mr. Bird, said the mouse. I'll show you what there is in a people house. A people house has things like chairs, things like roller skates, and stairs. Banana, bathtub, bottles, brooms. That's what you find in people's rooms. Scissors, needle, buttons, thread. Cup and saucer, pillow, bed. Hey, I hear some rhyming words in our story too. These are donuts. Here is a door. Come along, I'll show you more. Here's a ceiling. Here's a floor. Piano, peanuts, popcorn, pails, pencil, paper, hammer, nails. Salt and pepper, goldfish key. Table, telephone, TV. Come on, there's more to see. Wait a minute, that's one of our sight words, see. You'll see a kitchen sink in a people house, a shoe and a sock, and a clock, said the mouse. Bread and butter, window, wall. Toothbrush, hairbrush, big blue ball. Baked beans, bureau drawers. A bureau is kind of like a dresser. And books. Lights and lamps and hats and hooks. Mirror, marbles, shirt and string. Knife, fork, spoon, and bells to ring. Doll and dishes, teapot, trash. Look out below, I'm going to crash. And another thing, it's time you knew. A people house has people too. And now, Mr. Bird, you know, said the mouse. You know what there is in a people house. Doesn't look like the people want the mouse and the bird in their house anymore. There is so many different things in that book, in the people house. Did you hear any tools?